Hi there, Lloyd Machedo. Speaking to you from lloydmachedo.com. Who's Lloyd Machedo and think personal branding? All right, in today's video, I am going to share with you, let's say, first is reader's experience, news from the UAE, special focus as to why Sheikh Mohammed's gold card initiative, I believe, will fail. And I'll give you how many? I think 10 or 11 reasons. And I'll leave it open to you to say 15 reasons, and I'll leave it open to you to debate with me, to tell me if I'm wrong or right, because I keep it open. I also will share with you my thoughts about the 10-year visa. People have been asking me about this video, which was published by Khalid Ameri, who is a UAE-based vlogger, especially his video titled Inside Dubai Labor Camps, where he portrays a rather very positive, very clean, very beautiful labor camp. What are my thoughts? Many people have asked me this and sent me, so I'll give you my thoughts about it. And last but not the least, I'll share with you some of the latest comments readers gave me. Okay, so first and foremost, before I do get further, timestamps are put down below in the description box. So whichever topic you like, the time is given there. I take a lot of pain to make sure that I jump to the perfect topic. So just choose whichever topic you like. The timing is given there. And also, for those of you who like videos to be a little fast, there is an option on YouTube where you can fast forward the video. So instead of the speed of, let's say, 1, you can go 1x, 1x, 1.7, 1.75x, 2x, up to you. Okay, last but not the least, if you have any information to share with me, my details, WhatsApp and email is put down below. Whatever you send me is kept strictly confidential. Nobody is going to monitor, or neither am I going to reveal who you are. So let's quickly jump in. First is reader's experience. I got this, I keep getting this question, how many people did I help getting jobs or whatever? As of now, 8 people. From the time I put the video, last 2 days, 8 people managed to get jobs, which I'm very happy. They are my clients. And there are many on the waiting list because I just came back. Some other things which I wanted to share with you is weird requests. This guy wanted to get into Emirates Airlines. He's asking me, I'll pay you money, please help me get into Emirates Airlines. You need to understand, for companies as large as Emirates Airlines, multinational companies, they have a fixed process. You cannot jump in between and insert someone's name unless, of course, you're very close to someone and you know someone who's your brother, sister, or, otherwise it's not possible to break into the system. So for the gentleman who was ready to pay me any sum of money to get into Emirates Airlines, I'm sorry, unless you know someone really powerful, very, very powerful, and the request means a lot to you, nobody is going to entertain such a request. And especially for a person I do not know, it's like you're a random guy, you got in touch with me and you're saying, help me get into Emirates Airlines. It doesn't work that way. Another one was this weird request, which I got just this morning. A guy says, my wife has qualified for the final interview. If you know somebody who can help her get a job, I'll pay you whatever amount you like. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work out there. And it's the company that he gave me the name was pretty reputed. He's telling me, if you can influence the decision maker, just imagine this, head of HR or someone. Okay, I'm sending my person. Here's, make sure that the person gets a job, or here's, take a cut of how much I get. Just how stupid does it sound that you are? I know that you really want the job, that you are doing your best, and you're doing this for your family, you're doing this for your livelihood. But asking someone, I'll pay you cash, make sure my wife gets a job, sounds more like a bribe. It's like, thanks, give me $1,000, I'll get your job, the wife. Come on, man. I'll get your job, the wife. Sorry, I'll get your wife the job. Sorry about that. Okay. Next one is, this one also I got this morning. This guy, this is what he has told me, okay? He owes a couple of banks money, okay? He has not given me specific information. He owes a couple of banks money, and he said that he took money from a couple of banks. He ran a business, it went into a loss, and he ran away from the Middle East, okay? Specifically UAE. Now he's saying, he's giving me the sob story. I have to look after my mother, my father. I'm the lone bread earner. I have business deals where I have to travel to Germany, France, UK, and a couple of Scandinavian countries. Can you tell me if I'll not get caught? Now, first and foremost is, if you are running a business and you have borrowed money, number one, the first thing is, it's your duty to pay the money back. That's the first thing. The second thing is, you ran away, you broke a rule, you are absconding. So you, as per the Middle East law or UAE law, you're a criminal. Number three is, you're claiming you don't have any money. Then how is it that you have the money to travel to Germany, France, UK? To get the visas for this country, you need to show a bank balance. So how the fuck do you have that kind of money? So you are contradicting what you're saying. And number four is, you're asking me how you can bypass all these rules and start another business where you can try once again. And then the question is, if this business goes in a loss, the second venture that you try, and you don't pay, so you're not going to pay people money, or you're going to say, no, Lloyd, this time I will pay people money. Last time I did. I don't entertain requests like this. I don't indulge in illegal activities, and I will not encourage anybody to take money and not pay it back. You're doing something seriously wrong. And I just gave him one single message. You took money, you had to pay it back. It's a crime what you're doing. You have taken other people's money and you're absconding. This is a criminal offense. You owe it to pay people back. Please pay people back first and then talk about it. And, you're claiming, oh, I don't have money, I'm poor and all that bullshit. You wouldn't get a visa for these countries if you didn't have fucking money. Last and not the least, stop giving, sad stories, sob stories. You took money from somebody, maybe that person is suffering. You need to pay the fucking money back. Stop positioning yourself as a victim, okay? Then this is a typical question which I keep getting and I keep answering. Lloyd, which is the best country to migrate from UAE or from the Middle East? My answer is always the same. Migrate to a country where the migration process is easy for you. That's number one. Second one is, once after you migrate, obviously you need a job. So go to a country where your skills have some value, where you can get a job. Otherwise, what is the point of migrating? Let's say you migrated to Canada and now you can't get any job. So what the fuck are you going to do? Okay, that's the second. First one is migrate where it's easy. Second one is migrate where you can get a job so you can start your livelihood. And number three is migrate to a country where you'll be happy. I get so many people who migrate to Canada. Oh, Lloyd, I'm not happy. The weather is so cold here, man. I wish I knew that. Why are you more bitching, moaning and groaning? Canada is supposed to be cold. Then people go to Australia. Oh, Lloyd, I miss my family now. I'm in Australia and it's so long to go back. So three things. One is where you can migrate easily. Second one is where you can get a job and start your livelihood. Number three is where you're going to be fucking happy. Okay? And please keep in mind, when you migrate, don't expect to get a CEO's job, a manager's job, well-paying job. You're going to start from bare bones minimum at the lowest level. So I hope that is clear. This one I found pretty retarded, which I thought I'd share with you. This guy, chewed my brains for the basic service. For those of you who know, I offer resume services. I offer coaching services. And I also offer personal branding services for people who want to earn more money or start, let's say, an online business or market themselves as a brand or climb up in their career path. I have a specific set of clients. Not everyone is my client. Few people are my clients who can afford me. So this guy says, well, I've been following you for a couple of years. I want to be a client. So I said, fine, just pay the money and we can start. So the package which we are starting for, which I always start with any client, no matter even if you say, I have $100,000, Lloyd, I want you to be, no, it starts with $167. It starts with a bare bones basic, $167. Okay. So I told him it's $167. And there's like, Lloyd, can I send you the payment instead of your name to someone else's name? So I told him, you're taking my services. Why do you want someone else's name? He's like, Lloyd, because, I'm afraid, the FBI, I'm not exaggerating. I'm telling you the truth. He told me, Lloyd, the FBI, the CIA, the CID, Interpol, they might track me down. So I was like, what the fuck do you mean track me down? You're just giving me $167 for a 1 hour consultation session. 1 hour. Why the fuck are the CID, CIA, FBI, Interpol, why will they track it down? Oh no, Lloyd, because you're a wanted terrorist. I was like, what? Wanted? What wanted fucking terrorists? What the fuck? No, Lloyd, let's be frank and honest. You're talking bad about UAE. You're talking bad about Dubai. You're talking bad about the ruler. Surely they'll want to track you down and, maybe they want to arrest you, assassinate you. And if they associate me with you, they will say that I'm funding terrorism. I was like, my dear friend. And, I just sent him this voice fucking message. But then I decided, like, fuck this. I seriously, I just fucking blocked him, but he kept getting in touch with her. Then I told him this. Listen, understand this much. $167 doesn't do any jack shit, number one. Okay? It'll maybe help someone eat maybe food for 1 day, 2 days. Second one, if UAE wanted to catch me, it could have caught me in seconds. UAE has the money. It's a fucking country. Forget that. A guy with money can catch someone. But this is a fucking country. Number two is, if I was doing something illegal, this country itself, Thailand itself would throw me out. Number three is, I'm just a YouTuber. I'm just giving you views and news. I'm just giving you an opinion. That is not fucking terrorism. And last if not the least, if UAE had to catch me, they would have done it ages ago. They don't have to fucking wait. And you're not the first fucking client. Number 5, you're not the first fucking. I get clients every fucking single day from UAE, Qatar, Bahrain, Saudi, Oman, all the places. How are they paying me money? The big question, how am I surviving? How am I doing these videos? How am I paying my bills if I was a wanted terrorist? And I even told him, like, can you Google search and find out FBI was wanted list, CIA's wanted list, CID's wanted list, Interpol's wanted. Where is my fucking name? So I explained all this to the guy. I found it retarded because just for $167 is chewing my fucking brains. So after I told him this, still he told me, no, Lloyd, please, for my own safety, can you give me another name? Okay, fine. So I gave him my wife's name, Nit Nipa Nakun. Then he tells me, no, Lloyd, not your wife's name. Can you give me some other name? I was like, oh, fuck this. So finally I gave him somebody else's name, not related at all. Then he tells me, Lloyd, how do I know that this guy will pay you fucking money? I was like, listen, I actually lost my cool. I told him, listen, sorry, but I use this word. I said, motherfucker, listen, you want to waste my fucking time, okay? Do it with someone fucking else. You want to pay the money, yes or no? Just fucking say it. Oh, okay, Lloyd, yeah, I'll transfer the money. Okay. And if you thought that was over, last he says, Lloyd, what if they ask me, imagine, what if they ask me, why did you pay this money? What is the money being paid for? What if they ask him? So, what I'm trying to tell you is, these are the kind of retarded fuckers, these retarded fuckers who are there, who are not getting jobs, who wonder, why am I not getting a job? With such shitty fucking brains like this, how can you even get a fucking job? In fact, the guy is married, he has a kid. I pity, I'm not exaggerating, I pity the wife, I pity the child for having such a mentally deranged, obnoxious, obsessive fucking cunt like this. So, bottom line, He sent the fucking money. And now the climax. He's vanished. I don't know where the fuck he's. He sent the money. He sent the money. Now I don't know where he's. So, and I'm the type of guy, you need to follow. I don't follow up with you. You need to fucking follow. So, I'm just telling you what type of morons I get. Okay. And last but not the least, this is another guy who got in touch with me, which is normal fucking advice. Loy, which business to start in UAE? I don't know from where people come with this question. This is the most common question. What business do I start in UAE? For me, what it looks like is you have so much of money, you don't know what the fuck to do. You know, it's like me asking you. Let's say, for example, I don't know you. And I ask you, okay, Loy, what kind of girl should I get married to? What kind of girl should I get married to? Yeah, marry a girl who has a pair of tits and a vagina. No, Loy, I mean like, what kind of girl should I get married to? Marry a slut. No, Loy, no, but I should marry a good charactered girl. So you fucking know. What type of girl you should get married to. Same way when these miserable cunts send me a question, you know, they actually get in touch, Loy, what sort of business should I get into? I tell them, okay, get into nuclear, power reaction for uranium. Loy, I don't know anything. Oh, okay. So you want to get into a business where you know something, right? So get into a business. What do you know? I don't know, Loy. You don't know? You don't know anything. You don't cooking? Yeah, I know cooking. You get into cooking. But Loy, you know, the cooking business is, they get into mobile. Yeah, but Loy, you know, everyone is into mobile. Okay, get into dildo, creating dildos. Loy, don't joke, don't joke. No, I'm serious. Making dildos, manufacturing them is a good money. No, but in UAE, Loy, start a Mulberry chai shop. But Loy, there are so many. So the problem is, you know, you can see how this conversation is going. I'm not exaggerating here. These are actual fucking conversations that I have with people. That is why I fucking take money first. I take money first, where the duration is for 1 hour. And then, you know, I don't mind talking shit and fucking crap because you paid me for 1 fucking hour. I don't mind. After the 1 hour is over and I have my timer, I tell them, okay, listen, 1 hour is over, $167 is up. So if you want 1 more hour, please pay. But Loy, no, you paid for the time. I gave you sensible advice, everything you already knew or you didn't know. That's what. So that is why I tell people, listen, if you want to get into any fucking business, get into a business where people value your fucking time. Don't be just a fucking employee where you work 8 hours, 12 hours, 7 days a week, 365 days a year for a fixed income. When you charge people for your fucking time, you become professional. That is why even if you go to Kerala, southern part of India, today, even if you have to get a plumber, even if you have to get a carpenter, you know, they charge you per hour. They charge you, you know, per hour or per project. And that is where you value a person's time. And, you know, which is why I charge people per hour. So I just thought I'd share with you the experiences first. Now let's move on to the news, the news bits. The first one is, these news bits that I'm sharing with you is all UAE based. The first one is Reuters, which says that China is going to invest 10 billion into UAE. China's East Hope Group considering, not yet confirmed, 10 billion US dollars in UAE. What specifically it's going to do is it's going to have one is an alumina faculty, which is the first phase. The second one is Red Mud Research Center. The third one is a recycling project. So mostly these will be 3 mega factories or 3 mega industrial plants. And, you know, that is where they would have maybe a joint venture, or maybe they would have, let's say, take it on lease or take it on rent. So the value of this project is 10 billion. And this would bring in the much needed cash that UAE is actually seeking for. In terms of employment, I primarily see Chinese people. That is the first beneficiary. The second one I see, obviously, UAE locals, not in very big key decision-making areas, because this will be finally held by Chinese people. But yes, the rest, I would say roughly 20 to 30%, I think jobs will be offered to expatriates. Next one is, people have been sharing this news with me, is UAE is offering citizenship to 3,000 people. If you read the article carefully, it is granting 3,354 children of Emirati mothers. That means the mothers were Emirati, the fathers could be Jordanian, Syrian, Yemeni, whatever. Okay, so they're just giving Emirati. They're not offering citizenship to Indians, Pakistanis, Sri Lankans, Bangladeshis. No, it's only Emirati mothers. So if your mother is Emirati, then yeah, you have a chance. Others, there's no reason for you to be like, oh no, they're offering citizenship. Okay. Next one is, this was a clickbait article by Khalid Times, which says this company is going to create 6,200 jobs. I was like, which fucking company? It's Enoch. Enoch is offering 6,200 jobs to UAE. Now, if you're a laborer, if you like to work in the sun, filling petrol, if you like to be a cleaner, then yes, good news for you. Congratulations. But if you're looking at a managerial post, if you're looking at something where skills like business development, like having a master's degree valued, Enoch is not going to do you any favors. And one of the reasons why I wouldn't be very excited about Enoch is because I have had friends who worked for Enoch. The company Enoch, okay, they tend to have a hire and fire policy, which is as vague as the wind. They can terminate you at any point of time for any reason. Like I've known people who got terminated for drinking alcohol outside working hours. I know people who got terminated for having a girlfriend. I know people in Enoch who got just terminated because they went on a holiday for a few days extra. In fact, when Enoch shut down most of the petrol stations because Sheikh Mohammed was bleeding, hemorrhaging cash when, maintaining these petrol stations skyrocketed. For those of you who are based in UAE for all these years would know that one fine day, Sheikh Mohammed just shut down, I think, hundreds of Enoch stations. All of them were just sent back. So if you're looking for an unpredictable work environment where the future is not certain, then this is for you. Enoch, as far as I know, it doesn't give a fuck about its employees who are expatriates, especially from Asian countries. And the agents for Enoch, who are based in India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, they tell lies. For example, the people who are filling petrol, they were told, like I actually spoke to them. I asked them, one of them spoke very good English. This was the petrol station in Sheikh Zayed Road, opposite, I think, that cycle shop. I can't get the name. So I asked him, you speak so well. He spoke to me in English. I said, why are you working here, man? It was from Mumbai. He said, Loy, when I approached the agent, he said, you'll be working for a multinational company dealing with people from all walks of life, the typical bullshit. You'll be dealing with Western expatriates, people from all of the globe, a global audience. Okay, just imagine how they rephrase it. You'll be working for a multinational environment where global audience, where you will be interacting with people from the West, and there's unlimited chance to grow. You'll be earning in tax-free money. You'll get trained by some of the world's best. And if you prove yourself, the sky's the limit for you. And there are plenty of vacancies at the top. And you'll be observed. And this is a job where you can climb up based on your performance. This was a job description for a petrol attendant. And they never revealed to him that he was going to stand in the sun, putting petrol. He was told this is going to be a global customer service executive. Global customer service. So instead of petrol attendant, the name was global customer service executive. And obviously, yes, he's meeting with people from the West, but they didn't tell him that the people from the West will be sitting in the car, you'll be standing outside. They didn't tell him the world-class training from global well-trained people is him sitting in a room where one Gora guy will tell him how to fill petrol, how to sell, how to talk, and the certifications that they were promised, global certificate, is worth nothing. He can wipe his bum with that. And, your performance will be based on merit. How the fuck do you measure merit on filling petrol? In fact, these poor guys, you see most of the petrol attendants, they are selling tissue box, they're selling perfumes. They are told if they don't sell, they will face consequences. And if they sell, they get the bare bones minimum. It's a compulsory target. In fact, Emirates petrol station, you can correct me if I'm wrong. When they were given tips, they were actually made to strip down. Just imagine the humiliation. Supervisors used to ask the employees, take off all your clothes and show me, so that if you have any coins, even in your undergarments, you can get terminated. This was actually a scandal. So you can imagine the human rights abuse that was taking place in Enoch and Emirates. You can correct me if I'm wrong. You can prove me wrong. For those who have stayed in Dubai and UAE for all these years will know what I'm saying is true. Okay? So Enoch's expansion, I'm not impressed. These jobs, I pity those people who are going to take these jobs, because your life is going to be destroyed. They'll take your passport away from you. You cannot do anything after that. Next one is, one guy happened to send me this, and two or three guys. Khalid Times reports that UAE mobile networks have changed the name to UAE number 1. So I was like, what UAE number 1? So here it says, the change is made after UAE's advance in internet telephony level of competition. The minute I read that, UAE's internet and telephony level of competition, what fucking competition? Etisalat and Du are the fucking monopoly. Show me which other private telephone network is allowed there. Show me which other competition is there, apart from Du and Etisalat. There's no fucking competition. You're the fucking monopoly. And you are proudly saying, oh, we are number 1 in competition. What fucking shit? It's like me saying, I'm going to stand for elections. And I just won the elections by a landslide victory. However, when you check, there is no other political party. It's just me. I'm the only one allowed to stand for elections. Then what the fuck are you talking? Okay, if you have 20 or 30, like in India, you have so many telephone and internet service providers. Say in Europe, so many internet and telephone service providers. Fine. You're the fucking monopoly and you're saying, oh, we are number 1 because we're the only one. Go fuck yourself, man. It's like, it's fucking nonsense. These journalists who write all this fucking news, I pity them. I seriously pity them, because it looks like they have this, metal dildo waiting, and these Arab guys are telling, you either put that or put it up your bumble. Oh, okay. Number one. Fucking nonsense. This whole article is fucking retarded. Okay, it's total nonsense. All right. Coming now to the major fucking article that I wanted to share my thoughts about. Sheikh Mohammed's Gold Card Initiative. Okay. Why will it fail? In the previous video, the one I put previously, I mentioned that Sheikh Mohammed's Gold Card Initiative will fail. I didn't get many people who opposed that. Most of them agreed. But then some people did ask me, Lloyd, why do you say it? Why? What are the reasons? So because a couple of people asked me that, I thought, okay, instead of repeating myself to each and every person, just make a video and give them the answer. So I've taken 15 reasons. Just don't mind. I've written it down. So maybe 15 will become 14 or 13 or 17, whatever. But these are the 15 reasons. And like I said, for those of you who think I'm wrong, please feel free to highlight it in the comment section. I always read your comments. So let's understand this. Why? First is, why is Sheikh Mohammed bringing out the Gold Card Initiative? Why is he bringing? Why is he bringing that? You pay money, you'll get permanent residency. You'll not get citizenship. That means you'll not have any rights. You'll not have any privileges. You can stay in this country. Okay. Why is he doing? It's very simple. It's because the treasury of UAE is empty. It's empty. It needs money. It needs money to pay salaries. It needs money to pay salaries for government officials, for military, for construction, for infrastructure. The problem is these sheikhs, they are individual rulers. Okay, it's not a democracy. It's not, and anytime they can just say anything they want, and they have to do it. The problem is in UAE. I'm not talking of any other country because I stayed in UAE for 40 years. In UAE, how they are getting the loyalty of their citizens is by pampering them, is by bribing them. What do I mean by this? They give free electricity, free water, free medical treatment, supporting the education. Okay, all these are normal perks. But where it crosses the line is when they take loans. These Emiratis, they take loans, and the sheikh suddenly, okay, I'm feeling very generous, I'm kind-hearted, I'll waive off the loans. Yalla. Allah Khalid, I waived off the loans. So what you're doing is you are depriving them of the lessons, the pain that is needed for them to learn. Every action has a reaction. Everything that you do has a price to pay. They blow up on 1, 2, 10, even 11 credit cards. And what do these locals blow credit cards on? I know it because I've had local friends. They blow it on, not all, but majority of them, on buying expensive stuff they cannot afford, which majority do. Cars. You'll always see a local having a big ass fucking car. Never small. Have you seen a local having a cheap car, a cheap Toyota? No. Always Nissan Patrol, a Lexus, a Range Rover. They all Sheikh. They always have a big car. You'll always see locals go for expensive holidays. Why? Because they have to relax, no? And it's not, they don't have one child. It's like a fucking football team. 10 children, 5 children, which they cannot afford. So obviously, the more children you have, the more money you have to spend. And then many of locals, they spend money on booze. They spend money on girls. Oh, girls, what you're talking about? Yes, there are prostitutes in UAE. There are, you just have to go to UAE escorts, use your VPN, UAE prostitutes, call girls. There are many. This is, if you want us to have an honest dialogue, we know that this exists. So they spend money on booze, alcohol, drugs, and all that. And that is how, they spend so much. And it's not just locals. It's anybody who gets easy credit, access to easy money. They will blow without any accountability. So this is another problem that they have. And then you have where these sheikhs, they keep announcing, okay, we are going to double the salary. We are going to give you bonus. We are going to increase the salary of all government. So everyone's like, yeah, Allah Akbar, the Sheikh is the number one, yeah, he doubled our salaries from today. We are going to get, and they have done this for the police force. They've done this for the military. They've done this for servicemen. The problem is once you increase the salary, it's a permanent expense. You can't bring it down. So let's say, for example, I was working for the government. I'm enjoying, let's say my salary is $1,000. All of a sudden, they make the minimum salary $2,000 because they want to show how generous they are. They had the boom period. Oh, we are growing at triple digits. Let's make the citizens happy. Very generous offer. But they never use their fucking brains to think this is a bubble. You can't maintain triple digit growth. So now the salary from $1,000 went to $2,000. However, the bubble burst. The triple digit growth became double digit, became single digit, and became negative. But now you have to continue paying that $2,000 minimum salary. So because of this, the treasury is empty. And that is why, in desperation, the rulers who love their country, who have to make sure that they survive, keep having these, okay, let's have Olympics, let's bid for FIFA, let's bid for some world event. And to attract investors, once again, to attract investors, they bid for Expo 2020, assuming they're going to get many investors coming in. So that is why, in order to survive, they had this bidding process of Expo 2020. But now what has happened is the treasury is empty. They have to build, they have to make buildings, they have to build roads, they have to build canals, they have to build facilities. So many things they have to take care of. For this, you need money. Which is why Sheikh Mohammed is saying, okay, I need money, but instead of saying I need money, repackaging it as I will offer gold visa, gold card. Okay. So now he's saying, you pay me the money, millions, I will allow you to stay in my country. When the days were good, when Dubai was minting money, it gave a fuck to it. Okay, they said, no, you put 3,000 per employee, you pay this expense, this tax, that tax. But now, Yahi, come, welcome, UAE, year of tolerance, we love you. Come, Yahi, you Hindu, you Muslim, you Israel, la, no problem. Come, ta'al. Yeah, fadal. Okay. So, Sheikh Mohammed and UAE is not doing for your benefit, which is obvious. He's doing it for the benefit of his country, he's doing it for the benefit of the future, he's doing it for his brand, he's doing it for his business, which is not wrong. I'm not saying it's anything wrong. So number one is understand the intent. Okay, number one. Number two is, who is this initiative for? This is not for the middle class people, which forms 80% of the population. This is not for middle class people. This is not for hardworking people like you and me. This is for people who, not just people who are rich. It's not also for people who are rich. People keep thinking, Lloyd, this is for rich people. No, you're mistaken, my friend. This is not for rich people also. This is for those people who have plenty of money, which they do not wish to declare. And that's called black money. I'll give you an example. I know of a guy, very rich, very fucking filthy rich Indian guy, who is in his 60s. And he just opened up another business, and he told me, I was just talking to him. He actually called me. I said, are you planning to go back to India? I had enough of you. He said, no, Loy, I'm not going to fucking go back to India. And I asked him, why? I said, why don't you want to go back to your own country? He said, Loy, I've stayed 30, 40 years, whatever, in UAE. If I go back, I don't know anyone, number one. The second thing is, I have a lot of money which has not been taxed for. If I go to India, I transfer this money to India and I become like from non-resident Indian, I become a resident Indian, this money will be taxed. And I don't want to give a fucking 45% or 35% massive chunk. For what? What the fuck has India done for me? Apart from passport. I don't want. These are his words, huh? Why the fuck should I go back? So, better than that, stay here. That 35 or 45% will take me for another, couple of years. So why should I go? And last and not the least, here, nobody fucking asks me, where did you get this money from? Give me the history, show me the receipts. I can just fucking invest. People keep calm, cool, calm, composed. They mind their own business. So, what you need to understand is this initiative is not for expatriates like you and me. It's not for middle class people like you and me. It's not even for the rich people. It's for the people who have not declared assets or income. And it's also for those people who have illegal amounts of money. Lots of people. And we don't need to go very far. There are a lot of people who have investments in Cayman Islands and, these countries where there are, nobody questions you where you're getting money from. A lot of our Indian politicians, a lot of Pakistani businessmen, even America, all these countries, they have it there. And the reason that they do it is because they don't want to pay the tax. In fact, I know internet marketers who changed their citizenship from being American or being British to whichever other nationality so that they wouldn't get taxed. Okay? So this is the second point or third point, whatever. Third one. Let's assume that was the first point. This is the second point. This kind of offer, like you give me 1 million or 14 million or whatever, and stay in my country, no questions asked. Who do you think it'll attract? Do you think it'll attract legal money or illegal money? Just use your common sense. What kind of person would be attracted? I'm not talking of a major underworld guy who's wanted by the FBI, CIA, who's known everywhere. No, I'm talking of those people who have shady businesses, but they don't talk about. Case in point, I know this guy who does fake degrees. I spoke about it in a previous video. He supplies fake degrees. If he goes to India, he'll get caught in seconds. But he has made, UAE his base. He has all these. He has purchased a Harvard business degree and all that. Nobody's there to fucking question him. He still offers, I'm not exaggerating, he still gives fake MBA degrees. He still gives college degrees. He still helps people go to Canada, Europe, France. He attests all these fake documents. Nobody's there to question him. Nobody. So people like him who keep a low profile, for them, the Middle East or UAE is heaven. Okay? And I'm very sure he will go for this. Very sure. Very, very sure. Okay? So ask yourself, is it legal money or illegal money that will be more attracted here? Third one. Okay, third one. Why Sheikh Mohammed's gold card initiative will fail. Number 3. Here's my simple question to you. Let's assume you have, let's say you won a lottery. You won a lottery. $100 million is in your bank. $100 million is in your bank right now. And you can go to any country in the world. Any country. United States, New Zealand, Australia, Canada, France, Germany, UAE, Saudi, Bahrain, Qatar. Tell me which one among you, after having 100 million in the bank account, is dreaming to go to a Middle East country where, number one, there's a human rights abuse record, where you do not know if there is going to be a war or not, where the laws keep changing every single fucking time, where a local is higher than you, a citizen is better than you, where you can never get citizenship, where there's no future. Would you go to such a country, or would you go to a country where they'll give you citizenship, where they'll give you perks and benefits? I've not met a single individual who has told me, Loy, now that I've the ability of 100 million US dollars, I'll go to Dubai, Loy. Wow. I'll go and stay in Dubai. Not a single fucking person has told me that. Okay? So if you have all the money in the world, why the fuck should someone choose Dubai? Okay? Number 4. Now UAE says we'll give you a lifetime if you get this. So if you put this money. In fact, they even have this 10-year visa. My question to you here is, do you know what is going to happen next year? I guarantee it. Do you know exactly what is going to happen? What the stock market index would be like? How much would the property market? Very accurately. Do you know if you're going to be alive or dead? Do you know if a business is going to work? Nobody knows. Nobody knows even what is going to happen fucking next month. In fact, go back 10 years ago. Did you predict 10 years ago where you will be exactly now? What your bank balance would be now? Who you're going to have an affair with? Who you're going to have a relationship with? Who you're going to have a professional relationship? Which company would close down, open? Did you know all this 10 years ago? Did you know of the housing bubble crisis? Did you know of the market crashing? Did you know of the people who cheat you? Nobody fucking knows. Then what is the point of predicting 10 years in advance? What is the point? So this is really stupid. Asking, give me money now, for the next 10 years you're taken care of. It sounds nice. Now, if I were to buy, let's say, for example, give you a very simple example. Let's say I'm buying bottled water. Okay, I always buy bottled water because my wife and baby is there. We drink. Now, let's say the bottled water is $10. Okay, bottled water $10. Now, the only problem of this bottled water is I have to go take my scooter, which has a compartment at the back, the bigger scooter, and keep it there. So that is why I take only one case of bottled water every 2-3 days. Now let's assume this place that is selling the bottled water, the supermarket, says if you buy 10, we'll give you a better price. Now obviously my brain will operate. Okay, one carton $10. Now, what is the special price that would tempt me to buy, let's say, 10 cases, which is fairly large? If they would say, Loy, we'll give you one case for free, you buy 10. I'd say, no thanks. What's the point of just one case? Let's say they would say, okay, Loy, we'll give you 2 cases. Still, I'll be like, I can still afford 2 cases. 3 cases also, so and so. 4 cases, I might think. Okay, if I buy 10, 4 cases, maybe. But if in case they say, Loy, buy 10 cases, you'll get another 5. That is 50% off. Then I'll be like, oh fuck, okay, this is worth it. If I buy 10, I'll get 50% extra, or I'll get 50% discount. In the same way, if, let's say, I pay $1,000 every year, and UAE says, okay, instead of paying $1,000, 5 years you pay, 5 years for free. That may be of interest to me. Because, it's something practical, foreseeable. I know that next 5 years I will stay in UAE. But if they say, okay, you pay for 50 years, the next 50 years, that's rubbish. If they say, okay, pay for 10 years, we'll give 1 year for free, that's not worth it. So they need to offer really something really worthwhile for people to really spend the money. Okay? So point number 5 is, unless they give me something really worthwhile, really, really worthwhile, only then I'll go for it. Others, I'll not go for it. 1 second, let me just type this out. Okay. Point number 6. Okay. For those of you who are based in UAE for many, many years, would know about the freehold property. Remember the freehold property fiasco? You buy this apartment for 1 million, you'll get 10-year visa, 20-year visa, you'll get a lifetime visa. And those days, the classifieds, which are now few pages, 4-5 pages, the classifieds were 30 pages, 40 pages. I'm not exaggerating. The classifieds were like 3 booklets of newspapers. You can correct me if I'm wrong. Those of you who were there in UAE 10, 15 years ago during the property boom. One newspaper, the newspaper was maybe 10, 15 pages. The classifieds were 40, 50 pages. There were 3. Property, then rental, property rental 1, property rental 2, and then classifieds. They were so thick. Remember those days? And everybody was advertising, buy this property for 1 million and get 10 years freehold visa and you can stay in the country. Okay? However, after people purchased it, after they paid the money, when they went to the immigration and said, okay, I've got this property, please give me my 10-year visa. The immigration, sure? What the? Sure, 10-year visa. Sorry, you go land department. You go there. Then you'd go to the land department. Excuse me, my 10. Yahi, this is not land department. You have to go to immigration. Immigration, the visa. Sure, the indak. You go back. Go back and forth. And finally, you're like, where the fuck do I go? And then when the property market fucking crashed, the government came out with a new rule, with a rule official that no, just because you buy a property doesn't mean that you're going to get visa and all. Then when the backlash came, they said, okay, if you're an investor, you get an investor's visa. But by the time, millions of people, millions, not thousands, millions of people lost their savings. And this was all brushed under the rug. So the point of what I'm trying to tell you is these laws that keep changing, that is unpredictable. This makes UAE or the Middle East a very volatile place to invest. Because you do not know what the fuck they're going to do tomorrow, what the fuck they're going to say tomorrow. They can change. It's run by a fucking king. It's run by a monarch. They can change their fucking laws. And this is a major problem. Okay? One second. Okay, so the main, remember this, when you're in a country which has democracy, if they have a stable law, you'll invest there. But if the laws keep changing every fucking couple of months, you'll be like, boss, might as well keep my money for me. Sticking with the property, number 7, the property, this thing. For those of you who have invested in Emaar or Nakil properties, or you know someone, correct me if I'm wrong. Once after you purchased it, there was a big surprise and a lot of complaints about they have to pay service charge, they have to pay maintenance charge, they have to pay gardening charges, water purification, there's so many extra charges which were not mentioned in the initial contract. And for those who have taken these contracts, found out the hard way that there was a thin, fine line that said that the landlord can change the laws, or the landlord can add sub-clauses, but the tenant cannot. So hidden charges is another major problem, or hidden laws, sub-clauses is another major problem why the Gold Card initiative will fail. Because maybe today you can put, let's say, 1 million or $10 million or whatever. Tomorrow they'll suddenly, let's say, one ruler died, the next one came, sorry, this was before, we are making the new rules. What the fuck you can do? Tell me, you can take the ruler to court, you can take him to an international tribunal, you can't fucking do anything. It's not your fucking country, you don't have any fucking rights. Number 8. Sheikh Mohammed, shared this wonderful tweet. Don't get me wrong, like the guy, however, I got to call a spade a spade. In the tweet, he said, the permanent residency golden card will be granted to exceptional talents. Now, full stop there. Exceptional talents. What exceptional talents? What, cooking, cleaning, gambling, construction? Who evaluates these exceptional talents? On what basis do you call this exceptional? Like, for example, I have tattoos on my face. Is that an exceptional talent? I'm able to speak and influence. Is that exceptional talent? What do you define as exceptional talent? Maybe a porn star can say, I am able to have 60 orgasms a minute. That's an exceptional talent. What do you define as exceptional? See, when you come out with vague phrases like this, it leaves to anyone's imagination. What the fuck is an exceptional talent? Being able to finger myself and give myself a blowjob is exceptional talent, or let's say Warren Buffett is an exceptional talent, or Mark Zuckerberg is an exceptional talent. Gold card is granted to exceptional talents. What do you bloody mean by that? Okay, so that's point number 8. Point number 9 is same with regards to the tweet that he gave. He said, we launched this golden card to grant permanent residency to investors, and investors, I understand, exceptional doctors, exceptional engineers, exceptional scientists, and exceptional artists. Okay. Can you tell me, in UAE, give me the name of one exceptional engineer, one exceptional scientist, one exceptional artist, one exceptional doctor. Please give me the name of one exceptional physicist in the whole of the Muslim world of Arabs. They believe in the Quran. They believe in Allah. You expect them to, say, get a Nobel Peace Prize for evolution, a Nobel Peace Prize for science? I've not heard since the last maybe 100 years, not a single Arab Muslim get a Nobel Peace Prize for science, for maths. Maybe I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe one. Just give me one. Give me one exceptional doctor, one exceptional engineer who's in UAE? I can't think of any. And here's the thing. UAE is known for what? UAE is known for construction. UAE is known for the biggest erection, that is Burj Khalifa, the biggest shopping mall, the gold-plated Ferrari, Dubai police having expensive cars. UAE is not known for intellects. UAE is not known for education. UAE is not known for anything worthwhile, only superficial stuff, only construction. So UAE is known for all that. So why are you forgetting your roots? Your roots were from desert to construction to gambling, women, fast life, black money coming in, biggest, richest and all that. It is not known for science. It is not known for education. It is not known for quality, anything. So number 9 is what scientist, what invention, what doctor, engineer, artist. Okay. Point number 10. Now they are saying you invest millions, 10 million, $1 million, whatever, and you can stay in the country. My challenge to you is this. You can take a free zone visa, which is maybe $3,000 or $5,000, say maximum $8,000. Okay. You can take a free zone visa and you can renew it every year. So if you don't want to renew it next year, finished. So you pay 1 year, 2 year, 3 years. So maybe, let's say $10,000. 3 years, $10,000. You took a free zone visa from Sharjah, Ameri free zone, or Fujairah free zone, or Ajman free zone, or Dubai free zone. Okay. $10,000, 3 years, 30,000. So why should you spend 1 million when you could do the same with $30,000? Why should you lock all your money for lifetime when maybe you don't want to stay? And let's assume you die. So the rest of the money goes to your family. If you put millions, the rest of the money goes to UAE. And let's say tomorrow you change your mind. After 3 years, there's a war in UAE or there's a war in Iran and the region becomes unstable. You want to take out your money. You put every year, much better. Okay? So correct me if I'm wrong. Next one. So it's cheaper to take a fucking visa. In fact, you can buy a visa from another guy. I know many people who do that. I did that. I did it for, I'm not exaggerating, $1,000 for 3 years. I got $1,000 for 3 years for my friend. So 3 years visa. Why the fuck should I invest millions? Okay. Next one. 11. The expenses in UAE have never gone down. If you check the 70s, the cost for a studio apartment, one bedroom, 2 bedroom, 70s, then go to 80s, it has increased. Go to 90s, it jumped even more. Go to 2000s, it jumped even more. Go to the 2010s, the 20s. It has never gone down. Yes, during the month of, say, Ramadan or the same, 1-2 dirhams down, it has come down. Property prices, okay, agreed. But the lifestyle has only gone up. The expenses only gone up. Yes, the salaries have gone up, but it has not matched the expenses. So why should you invest in a country where inflation is never under fucking control? Okay, so that's point number 11. Point number 12, I think is a repeat of what I said before, is UAE laws change every month. Let me just mention it here so I don't have to repeat it. Like I said, okay. Point number 12 is, now this one is in terms of staying there. Here's my question to you. I'm sure you must have read some of the news articles that came out that this person died on the operation table, or just surgery, or this person went into a coma. Okay. These are only 1 or 2 pieces of news that was legally put in the paper. I shared with you in my previous videos how the medical industry is a business in the Middle East. I also shared with you a government hospital where they had the meeting with the director. My friend was there, okay, where the director explicitly told him, can you do something to make him more sick so that we can amputate his arm or something so that we can make some more money? Because by amputating, we can make 25,000 dirhams more. If his arm is attached, we make less money. They actually discussed These kind of questions. Can we make the person more sick? Can we give the person an extra test? Can we do something? Because for them, it's not a human being, it's meat that they're cutting, chopping. And laborers who, let's say this particular laborer is the actual example, I'm not exaggerating, this is not a story, his finger was dangling. He said, if we amputate the finger, we can get more money. If we stitch it back, we get less. Can we do something to get it infected so we can amputate? This was the actual discussion. So, in a country where the poor laborers, the poor people, have no rights, for that matter, you might not be a laborer. Do you know that in the Middle East, the doctors make more money if they give you a cesarean operation, not by natural birth, and the number of women who have cesarean in the Middle East is super high. Why? Because when you go for a cesarean, cutting open, it's 25,000. Normal birth, 7,000. So 3 times the income. Do you think a hospital that has opened up as a business, which is focused on money, what do you think they would focus more on? Natural? Or where just by one cut, I can make 3 times the amount? Okay, think about it. You don't have to believe me. Don't believe me. Just think, oh, law is just talking. Go to the hospitals and find out. In fact, I challenge you on this. Would you be comfortable sending your wife, who's pregnant, to a hospital in the Middle East? And here's another thing. After the child is born, this has happened, I know, so many times. You just have to Google search. The child is kept in an incubator because the doctor says, oh, we need to keep it. It's sensitive, delicate. It might die. Which father is going to say, no, fuck you. Don't keep it in an incubator. I don't want. He has to say yes. Now, the problem of keeping the child in an incubator is per day, you have to pay a certain amount of money extra. And in Dubai, the minimum is $500 a day. It can go up to $5,000 a day. So what do? So many mothers and fathers have shared this with me. My child, after it was born, it was kept in an incubator 3 days, 5 days, 10 days. And you can't do anything. What can you do? Can you challenge the doctor? Can you prove the doctor wrong? No, you are a normal human being. You don't have any specialization in the medical industry. The doctor knows. Only the doctor knows the truth. So, point number 12 is the medical industry, the games that they play. You know, in countries like, your own country, if you know a doctor or government is saying, they don't play such games. Like, I shared the Facebook update, where in Samui is the place where I stay. It's a touristy area. In order to remove my tooth, I was told that it would cost me roughly around 15,000 baht. That's 1,500 dirhams, or roughly $500, just to get my wisdom tooth, 2-3 of them removed. This is in Samui, which is a commercial touristy region. But when me and my wife went to a village, which is in Thailand, Ubon, it's Ubon Rajthani, they charged me 200 baht. Where's 15,000 baht? There is 200 baht. 200 baht is roughly, let's say, 15 dirhams or $3. So where is $500? Where is $3? $500, $3. It's simple logic. This is a touristy area where everything is focused on foreign exchange, on tourists. So if you're sick, they make money. But in the village, it's open for non-profit. It's open for the benefit of the people. And that is where they charge you the bare bones, the minimum. In the same way, UAE is a place where people come and go. Expats come and go. Tourists come and go. They have to make money there. And the medicine is a business. Point number 13 is children. Why Sheikh Mohammed's initiative Gold Card will fail is, here's my question to you. Does UAE offer citizenship? The answer is yes or no. It doesn't offer citizenship. So when it doesn't offer citizenship, you're in no man's land. That means, like for example me, I have an Indian passport, but I stay in UAE. But UAE is not my country. And I've never been to India. So because I've never been to India, I don't know India. So when my children are born, let's say my children are born, by default, they get an Indian passport. Now, they stay in Dubai for 30 years. They don't know India. They don't know any other country. They only know UAE. One fine day, UAE changes its laws and says all expats fuck off or pay 100 million if you have to stay. And maybe they can't afford. Where the fuck will they go? They'll go back to India. And in India, they'll be, fuck, I don't know anyone. So, children and their future. That is a major problem. And if nothing else, UAE being so fucking hot, where the temperature goes 45 degrees and above, where do these kids get to play? Can you take your children at 12 o'clock in the afternoon to a park? Let's say in Europe you can. Can they go out for cycling? No, they can't play. So they're sitting at home and what do? Be with the computer, the iPad, the iPhone. They have no place to play. In any place they go, you have to pay money. Whether they go summer camp, whether they go swimming, anywhere. So their life is artificial. And, the friends are temporary. The neighbors are temporary. So it does impact children. Point number 14, why Sheikh Mohammed's Gold Card initiative will fail is, as long as you stay in UAE, the UAE citizen, the local shokal, is always superior to any other expatriate. Forget all the bullshit they tell you, year of tolerance, we are equal. Just go and see the salary scale of a local versus expatriate. And yes, local to Gora, Western passport, that is US, UK, Australia, to South Africa, to let's say Indian, Pakistani, Sri Lankan, Bangladesh, same job profile, check the difference. You would know what I'm talking about. And if in case, let's say a local versus an expat, who do you think the law will favor? Will it favor the Arab Muslim? Or would it favor, let's say, the Christian or the Hindu from India? Unless you're loaded with cash and you have powerful connections and contacts, otherwise you're jacked by default. It's a reality for any country which explicitly supports its citizens. And in UAE, I know that the Arab local is always superior. Okay? You can prove me wrong. It's up to you whether salary structures have difference. Point number 15, why Sheikh Mohammed's Gold Card initiative will fail is, look at the people who have taken the visas. Look at the individuals. For example, the people who have taken the 10-year visas. Just look at their photographs. Are they young? Are they people in their 20s? Are they? Yes. Are they? No. Most of them are old people who are in their 60s, who are going to one step closer to their grave. Why? Because they know they have nowhere else to go. They know that this is the only place where I can go to. So the problem is, these visas are good for people who know that there is no other place they can go to, there is no other country they can go to. This is the only place where they're going to live and they're going to die. People who are young, people who are dynamic, people who have a vision for the future, they don't want to be tied to a country where they know the laws do not favor them. They want, let's understand this much. If you had another 50 years or 60 years or whatever to live, you'll want to go to a country where you can call it your own, where you can be a citizen, where you can get rights, respect, where you don't have to worry about, fuck, if something bad happens, if the bad days I get sick, they don't kick me out. So I would just say that look at the profile of the people who finally take this visa. See the ones who actually, look at their photographs. You don't have to believe me. See if they're young or see if they're old. And you would, by default, know that the ones who are taking the visa, the profile is either people who have too much excess money or they are one step closer to their grave. But you'd never see someone who's young, promising. And even if you do see, I can challenge you this much, it'll be just one. just for publicity's sake, they'll show this one or two and make that person the poster boy. It's like Lionel Messi marketing Expo 2020, just one young thing, not the rest of the world. So these are my 15 reasons why Sheikh Mohammed's Gold Card initiative will fail. I leave it to you to prove me wrong. You can tell me, Law, you're wrong. What you have said is total garbage. I'm very open. You can put it in the comment section below. I'll not delete it. Let's keep an open dialogue, and I look forward to hear what you have to say. The next one is this 10 years visa available for 1,150. I need your clarification on this. I have a small doubt. It seems that the 10-year visa is available for 1,150 dirhams. 5-year visa for 650 dirhams. Okay, it seems for retirees, investors, executives, and students. I just have a question to you because I'm not based in UAE anymore. Is this available for everyone? Because Arabian Business says it's for everyone. So is it for everyone, or is it for only retirees or specific groups? Because if I had a company with 1,000 employees, I might as well pay 650, which is 65 dirhams. Which is like 10-year visa is 1,150 is 150 dirhams per year. 10 years, 1,000. So 1,150. So why should I, keep renewing by paying 3,000 every year or 10,000? Just, make it for 10 years. So instead of paying 100,000, I'm paying 1,000. So am I missing something? Is this report empty or is this bullshit? Please let me know, because there is even the sentence that says renewal fees for individuals, families is only 100 dirhams. So if I have a youngster, a young child, say a young boy of 18 plus, do I just have to pay 100 dirhams for his visa? So I leave it to you. Since you're based there, please send me either on WhatsApp or send me as an email, or you can just put it in the comment section below. I'll be very keen to know your thoughts. In fact, I did ask two people who I know very well. They're very successful business people. They're very rich, very, very rich. I just want to keep their identities confidential. This is what he said. I asked this question: do you think that the gold card visa offer, will it work? Will it increase investors? Will it people with money, will they come to UAE? Will it help people spend more? Give me your thoughts. So this is what one of them said. Lloyd, it's a big joke. It will not benefit regular expats in jobs, but will attract black money from all over the world, from people who want a safe haven to hide from the governments. It will not increase legal investments, as people know what Dubai is all about. Yes, it will attract illegal investors. That's my take on the joke by UAE, all right? And he also sent me another sentence later on. With the Iran crisis and the failing dollar, no one in their right mind will invest in the Middle East. The second friend of mine, he replied, I didn't go through the benefits and eligibility of the scheme. However, what I feel is there are plenty of people from neighboring GCC countries where the unrest, like Syrians, Palestinians, Iranis, Jordanians, these people will do whatever it takes to stay in UAE because UAE is a haven for them compared to their countries. Most of them do not like to migrate to Canada because of the cultural differences, even if they have money. Few of these crowd may even have enough money to get eligibility gold card. I don't think it will attract Indians or other nationalities unless they're here for decades and formed an attachment to the country. That is my opinion. So, last but not the least, this was my friend, another very rich guy. He says, what benefit does it have for the visa holder other than he'll save a few $1,000s on the visa renewal? People who are eligible for the visa can afford to have citizenship in any country. So why get the visa here? It's just a gimmick unless there is any other benefit. Moving next is Khalid Al-Amri's video. Now, Khalid Al-Amri, for those of you who know, is this very famous blogger from UAE. He has a couple of decent videos, really feel-good videos, positive videos. I think I noticed him when he spoke about why the government is banning Skype and WhatsApp. Why not we be part of the international community? And that is where he jumped on my radar. And I started to see videos where he was always positive. He spoke in favor of let's say, Sri Lankan bombing, he said, no, we need peace. He spoke about the Pope visiting. He spoke about the UAE culture. So he's a positive, feel-good guy. It's like the good PR of UAE. Okay? Now, he came out with this video inside Dubai's labor camp. And if you actually watch this video, you will see that he actually shows the life of a laborer. It's like he lives like a laborer and shows from sleeping, from going to work, from the food that they eat. However, if you check the comment section below the video, it's very clear that many people have said, stop showing the 10% of the perfect. Like, I don't know whether it was a Nabuda labor camp or Al Futtaim labor camp. Why don't you show the 90% of the other labor camps? Now, many people shared with me this video. What do you think about it? Why don't you put out the truth? This is what I have to say. See, in YouTube now, on YouTube, everyone has a brand or a brand strategy. Okay, like for example, if you see WWE wrestling, wrestling, you have the good guy and you have the bad guy. If the good guy who has a particular music, particular outfit, particular signature move, like John Cena says, you can't see me. The Rock says, you smell what The Rock is cooking in the people's elbow. Or the Undertaker has a tombstone, if you see wrestling. And Bret Hart has a sharpshooter. Each wrestler has a particular style, gimmick, dress, music, and, they're good or bad. Like you had, the Yes movement. What's that wrestler's name with the beard? I forgot his name. Okay, I can't get his name. Anyway, 1 minute. Let me just give you his name. Daniel Bryan. Yes, Daniel Bryan. When he had the Yes movement, that time he was a positive guy. Now they have changed him into a negative guy, into a bad. So in the same way, if I say Kim Kardashian, you get a particular image. You'll get an image of boobs and breasts and fashion and all that. If I say Donald Trump, you'll get controversy and politics. If I say Rock, you'll get entertainment. If I say Joe Rogan, you'll get a talk show. The same way, you have fitness channels, you have makeup, you have cooking channels. So in the same way, Khalid Al-Amri is a positive channel for UAE. Just as you have Mo Vlogs, which is more of the rich lifestyle of UAE. Okay? So that is why both on Mo Vlogs and on Khalid Al-Amri, you'll always see videos which show UAE in a positive light. In fact, I challenge you on this. Find out one video from Khalid Al-Amri or Mo Vlogs, one video which shows you about prostitution in UAE, which shows you alcoholism, which is rampant in bars and clubs, which shows you life in UAE jails where people are not paid, the suffering that they go, the rape of innocent people. Show me one video where they tell you how, if you have a child without legal marriage, they take this child from you. In Ras Al Khaimah, Fujairah, they take this child from you and put it in a Muslim orphanage while the woman is kept there in jail and finally she's deported. Show me one video. Show me one video where Khalid Al-Amri or Mo Vlogs speaks on corporate racism. Show me one video where they speak something negative about Sheikh Mohammed. Or say his son died or his daughter. Show one video. See, the thing is, I'm not saying that they should show this. I'm not saying that it's right or wrong. No, this is their brand. Just as Nike, Adidas, Colgate, Sensodyne, Emirates Airlines, let's say Citibank, they'll only focus on the positives. In the same way, Khalid Al-Amri is selling a point, is selling an image, he's selling a brand. So obviously he'll show the positive side. So I don't see him doing anything wrong. He's doing right for his YouTube channel. He's doing right for his brand. He's doing right for his point of view. So I don't think he's doing anything wrong. However, what he's showing is not the complete picture. There is the other side. So just as I speak on the problems of UAE, he speaks on the benefits. So it's a yin and yang and good and bad. So that's what I have to say. Finally, let me know your thoughts. Anyway, let me know your thoughts because I'll be very happy to know what is your point of view. Last, if not the least, let me share with you a couple of comments that I got from readers. This one is from Nico Hanif, who says, people have predicted the demise of USA for the past 150 years, yet we prevail. We means Nico is a US citizen. He says China export about 500 billion of trade every year to the US. US exports 200 to 300 billion. You do your homework before making ill-informed comments. My answer to Nico Hanif is, number one, how many wars has USA initiated? 134. Show me one country that has initiated so many wars interfering in other people's matters. Second one, United States fought 5 major wars: Korea, Vietnam, Gulf War, Iraq, and Afghanistan. The only one which can be classified as a clear success is the Gulf War 1991. What are your thoughts about the 5 major wars, the 4 major which it lost? Next one, Nico, I would like your thoughts on the debt of United States, which is 21.97 trillion. A successful country, does it have this much debt? Next one is the economy. Is United States economy strong? Okay, give me the federal deficit and budget. Government spending is top priority. Wall Street inequality. The healthcare, failing healthcare, the industry itself. The failed immigration policies. The United States stance on environment and global warming. In fact, United States problem with guns. And last but not the least, if you remove the nuclear arms, let's say you remove complete all the nuclear weapons from the United States, what is USA? Tell me, what is USA? Do you think anyone would give a rat's ass about USA? In fact, my question to you is, why is USA interfering in 5G from China? If 5G started from USA, they would be quiet. Why are they feeling threatened? You think United States doesn't spy on any other country? You think United States doesn't do anything? In fact, what about WikiLeaks, which has clearly proved that United States spies on each and every citizen? So, Nico, I would like your thoughts on all these imperfections of United States, not only cherry-picking one perfect thing about United States. The insecurities that United States has, the bullying that United States does, okay, clearly shows US is not strong on merit, but rather on bullying. But then again, I would be open to your thoughts. Is US perfect? Is it like the God, the perfect country in the world? Next one, King Tut says, you have a Mike Tyson's face. I consider that a compliment. Thank you very much. It's a legendary face. So King Tut says, God will ask you on the day of judgment. Which God? Amun-Ra, Thor, Allah, Lord Shiva, Lord Ganesh, Jesus. Which God? Okay. God will ask you on the day of judgment, what did you do to his creation? Your face. This is my fucking face, not God's fucking face. And I was conceived from the dick of my father, whose sperm came out and I came out. So how is God got to do with all this? In fact, when I was raped as a child, is God responsible for that? When I was molested as a child, is God responsible for that? The children who are suffering from bone cancer, who are molested by the church, who are suffering, people who are dying of starvation, why is God not doing anything of that? Why is only God worried about my tattoos? Okay, but it's none of your business, as it's between you and your maker. So it's none of your business, but you still have to comment about it. And it's like me saying, ha ha ha, you look like a piece of shit, but it's none of my business. It's between you and your face. You know, the problem with such retarded people is they don't know what the fuck they're talking. I like Ham Mosley's response. He says, this is you basically saying, I know it's none of my business. I know it's between you and your maker. However, I'm going to shove my nose deep between your butt cheeks. Good on Ham Mosley. I always need someone who can see light at the end of the tunnel. Next one. Amanda Oyulet. Amanda says, this is the most authentic video on YouTube I've ever seen. It's so nice to see someone for once with self-awareness that doesn't tell people not to do the thing they are doing or offering anyone advice they need to take. Thank you very much, Amanda. Next one is Avi Kish Sagar. He says, the guy has his face tattooed. If this doesn't scream, give me attention, I'm desperate, what does? Well, your fucking comment, which is unsolicited. Next one, Roy, where are you from? Roy, I'm from Thailand. Actually, Indian passport holder, residing in Thailand currently. Okay, born and raised in Dubai. I hope that answers the question. Mr. Ed says, he's alive. Ha ha ha. Okay, thank you very much. SJ says, the gold card is designed to lure top scientists, top investors, top students. Obviously, we know that it's pure hogwash. Even as a semi-intelligent person who steer clear of the place I call Satan's anus. Ooh, okay. But as always, I believe the so-called press, they can't read or write reflections on the country's values. I believe it is actually top less scientists, top less investors, and top less students. This for once makes a far less feeding into the whole frenzy that they've lined up. Wow, strong comments. SGA doesn't like UAE. Okay, next one. Dan Scolaro says, agreed, gold card. Why? $4 million US to go to Greece, New Zealand, Seychelles, Portugal, Costa Rica, and yes, Thailand. The only people taking this are likely to be dodgy. As I've said in the past, UAE's painted themselves in a corner. They built too much with the expat population, 90%, and now they have to maintain it. Plus, permanent residency doesn't equal to rights like Emirates or Emirati. Welcome back. So this is opinion by Dan Scolaro. Okay, nice name, Mexican. Next one is Ahmed Salim says, from these messages we can realize how chutia are our South Asian people. I'm from South Asia, so anyway guys, these were the comments. Sorry for the video being very long, but I thought I'd just share my thoughts with you. Let me know what you think. These are my thoughts for the topic, especially with regards to Sheikh Mohammed's initiative for this gold card. So let me know your thoughts. I love to hear from you. Put them in the section down below. You have anything to let me know about UAE or the Middle East, send it to me via WhatsApp. My number is put down, or as an email. So Lloyd from Machedo.com, who's Lloyd Machedo and Think Personal Branding, sharing with you your thoughts. As usual, support the channel if you like it. Thumbs up or thumbs down. And it's me signing off. Take care.